Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, I'm going to look at this. This is The Candyman from 2021. Yeah, Candyman, 2021. It is, you could say, the fourth film in the Candyman series, though it is seen maybe as a direct sequel to the first Candyman film. I'd just like to thank Phil, who sent me this as well. I've really enjoyed watching this film, and therefore I thought I'd give you a few, a view of the film, and it's a great film. You can see already I'm enthusiastic about this. It's 91 minutes long, so it's not that long. On Rotten Tomatoes, it gets 84%, which is pretty good. It's basically, how would I describe this? I think it's a body horror, psychological, slasher horror film. It has all those elements that we love. And the character has become a black iconic figure, really. We've got the Jason, we've got Freddy, Michael Myers, but this is a real good, strong, black slasher iconic figure. But it is more than that. This is what's great. Like, all these great characters have a backstory, and he represents a lot. And where this film is moved on from the original 1992 film is that it's now seen more from the black perspective nowadays, a real look at the history and what this represents. And it works well. I think a lot of people would probably think, it's going to be rather preachy and that. No, it doesn't come across in that way. I don't think at all. You can take this at many levels. You can take it just as an entertaining film, or you can look deeper. It's all there in that, which is great. Now, let me just talk about, we've got the director. The director is Nia DaCosta. Now, she had her first film, Little Woods, in 2018, but she's a director of The Marvels, which is due out this year, 2023. She was also involved in the writing of this with Jordan Peele. Yeah, Jordan Peele. This is very much his project as well. He's, Jordan Peele, don't we? Get Out, Us, Nope. Great director. Very well respected now and seen as he's an exciting talent. It also was written with Win Rosenfeld. All these are part of his team, as well as, say, Nina DaCosta. She was also involved. It's also produced by the similar team: Jordan Peele, Ian Cooper, Win Rosenfeld. They were all involved in working together, which is great. Let's have a look. Yeah, the cast. Now, forgive me for these names on the cast. We've got Yahya Abdul Mateen II. I'm sorry, I forget that. That is probably wrong. He plays Anthony, who is the painter which, of course, the original Candyman story involves the fact that he was a painter, which is interesting. And, of course, he plays the Candyman. Now, his background, Aquaman 2018, and also in the new Aquaman of this year, 2023, Aquaman Lost Kingdom. So it's all interesting in Marvel connections. Then we've got Teyonah Parris, who plays Bree, who's his girlfriend. She is again known in Marvel circles in WandaVision, and she's also going to reprise that role in the Marvels this year. Then we have Coleman Domingo, who's well known for Fear the Walking Dead TV series, one of the spin-off series from The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. And he plays Anthony, who's a resident of this abandoned area, which symbolizes so much in the film. It's actually filmed as well in this area in the middle of Chicago called Cabrini Green, which is this symbolizes so much about the neglect of the black community. It's still there. It's still there, and still, it's interesting how they've gone to film it there, and it's just a brilliant connection in the film. Then I think we've got to mention this. Tony Todd from the original film returns, and in it he plays again Daniel Robertel, I can't say it very well, Robertel, and his role as the Candyman. And that's a really good connection, and it works well. It brings the films together. Yeah, as I say, you can watch this film and you don't have to have seen the other films, even though it's considered a direct sequel. As I say, it's a film that you can enjoy at all levels. But I think the other important thing to say about this film is the visuals. The visuals are so interesting, and the colours. I mean, she really is a talented director. They've also used shadow puppetry animation, which is very striking. And they use this telling the background stories throughout the ages of these stories, which all are part of the mythologies and all link back through to the Candyman. Just the whole struggles of black people, right through the civil rights movements and the continuing struggles nowadays, which are still there. I think one of the great things about this film is that it can appeal to how American society is in terms of black people. The trauma, the monster of racism, if you want to say, is still there. And we've seen it particularly, and it's as it brings out, and with the police, and also the trauma of all this, how it affects black people, even those that you could say at the higher end in terms of social standing, teachers, lawyers, doctors, the professional classes, when it comes to the monster and the trauma, they still get it. So it affects everything. It's something they cannot escape from. And it's like the Candyman. You can't escape from him. The 5 times say it. Yes, it's very much there. And I think that is a credit to this film that it can incorporate that kind of message. Um, and as I say, it was filmed in Chicago, and also all these art galleries as well. They're interesting the way um, art is perceived as well. There's so many interesting facets to this film, and you get the gore of the slasher film, and it's quite brutal. It doesn't linger on the gore, but it's there, and it's quite startling and shocking in some areas, definitely. And that's a horror part of the film that they accept. Um, that's what people want and enjoy, the horror side, but it's giving it a deeper dimension. Horror is like that. We can see as popcorn movies, but also horror can shine lights on many things and many issues of what's going on in society. So that is a real bonus, I think, in many ways. When you enjoy a particular genre, and horror is the genre of so wide nowadays, it's so wide that you can do all sorts with it. And this film represents that, and it's all the better for it, I think. It was made on a budget of 25 million. I suppose that seems quite a lot, really. The films made a lot less than that. And it made 77 million. I think it would have made more, but this was made, they wrapped up all the filming in 2019, but the pandemic effectively delayed the release till 2021. And also it was streamed on Apple TV. The physical DVD, Blu-ray, 4K release came out in 2021. I think it did well in terms of the profits from this film. And it showed that people can still have the appetite for this kind of film. You know, horror will always have this appetite, and you can see it at many levels. And it is a very good film. I think this film is about atmosphere as well. The director, as well as painting this palette of colours, lighting, the editing as well, that is brilliantly done. It all comes together, but it's about the atmosphere, and this is full of it. And that's what makes it such a great film, I think. And I thoroughly enjoy it. You could just sit back and watch it and just take it at all these levels. And the body horror bit, I mean, the makeup effects as well, as that works well as well. You know, there's so much you could talk about. But let me just have a quick word about this. This is in a slipcover. And there's all the details. And inside, we got that. I've got Phil's note there. Great illustration there. What I'd like to say is that the extras are excellent. Really, I watched them all. And there's deleted scenes on here which even enhance your pleasure, if you want to say, of watching this film. Documentaries, full insight, full discussions about everything. Really, it's just great. And Jordan Peele is involved as well, talking about it as well as the other producers and writers. It's just an excellent set of extras. I watched them all. I just loved it. It was great. So it's highly recommended. You know, if you get a chance to see this, give it a good watch. I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah. So that's it. All I'd say, as usual, is please subscribe when I produce these videos. Also, if you like it, well, give it a like. It costs no. All this costs no. And it gets in algorithms and all that business. And, hopefully people can comment and enjoy what I do. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee, and I'll see thee again.